Yo, when it comes to this channel, yes, it technically is a video diary channel, but I don't speak about really like what's going on in my day or shit like that. That's not the point of all this. The point of this is just to keep track of like what's going on in, I guess, the world around me. Also, I'll throw in some shit that happened there in the day. And the past few days, shit's been going fucking crazy in the world, as it always is, more so now than ever before. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to keep talking about negative shit. There was like sex scandals and fucking crazy shit like that, and I do have opinions on it that I keep to myself, like as far as in my head, but I don't really put it out there because I'm just like, damn, every day is gonna be like something negative to talk about, negative to talk about, negative to talk about. This shit gets crazy. I don't want to keep doing that, but it looks like I have to. So from now on, no matter what it is, I have to talk about it. Because I always do have an opinion on shit that I read. Because I do read a lot of news. I read a lot of shit in general. But, oh, here we go again. Listen, I know when the Florida shooting happened, I said that banning guns was not the answer. But fuck that now. Because I see, like, I don't know. I guess I do the mistake of putting my feelings on other people. Like, man, me personally, I don't want to be locked up forever, be on death row, or none of that crazy shit. I just don't want to be. Like, it doesn't interest me to, you know, because if you go out and do a mass shooting, kill a lot of people, there's only two ways out of that. You're either going to get shot and killed and have a shootout with the police, or you're going to get caught, and guess what? You're going to fuck, if there's not a death row, you're never being free again in your life. And I don't know, I just, in my head, I'm like, who would want to do that? So I just put that onto other people, like, nah, this is like a once in the blue, can't really, nah, motherfucker, this ain't the once in the blue. This is like, I can't even put a number on it. For something this tragic to happen this many times, and for me to be not able to put a number on it, this shit is spiraling out of fucking control. I remember when I was in high school, the only time I ever heard of a school shooting was the Columbine, which those motherfuckers, I mean, I'm not gonna say they started this, but as for the new, you know, it's like 20 years ago now. Like for the new, like, I would say that's a generation. Every 10 years is a generation, but people heard about that shit, went around the world. Those motherfuckers, even if they wanted to or not, you know. Back then, when was that? 90 fucking 9, 8, some shit like that. The internet was out there, so you know. You heard about shit like that, but they were really the new wave of fucking cycles. Like, they really utilized the internet. Like, they had, like, I even fucking looked into it. They had, like, fucking, they was doing, like, movie plays of death. All this shit is uploaded to YouTube now. What were they shooting it for? I don't know. Who the fuck did they think was gonna see it? I don't fucking know. But they did it. They put content out there for the new wave of these motherfuckers to be able to, like, expand and explode like this. Because it, man, do they do it for attention? Do they do it because they, I believe if these motherfuckers are getting caught, they're doing it for attention. There's no way out of that once you murder a bunch of people, especially like this kid killed 10 people. There's no way out of that. You're never going to be free again, and you're in Texas, so you're probably going to get the death penalty. There's no way out. So I'm guessing you're doing it for attention, get your name somewhere. But this shit comes and goes, man. What was the last kid? The Florida kid? And like before, I think somewhere around that was the guy who shot up the church. We see your mugshot and that's it. Who really looks into this? There's probably some sick people out there who are really interested about true crimes and shit. But besides that, that's it. But for those, what, 15 minutes that they get, it's worth it to them. Some people just hate being fucking not talked about, not looked at, not acknowledged in life, not anything, and they, man, they're willing to go the distance to not be just another lame motherfucker walking by and shit. Or maybe they just really hate people. But like I said, like if you really hate people, what is the difference between shooting cops and shooting regular people? Once you give up and you surrender and you get arrested, I'm thinking you're doing it for attention. Because if you really didn't give a fuck, you would end up dying. Yeah, there would who the fuck would want to get caught? But I don't know. Maybe crazy, whatever. Like, Man, when you look at it, this is the only country that this shit keeps happening in. Only country. When's the last time you heard a mass shooting in like fucking Australia or like New Zealand or some some place like I was about to say some strange place, but it's not a strange place. It's just another place. Some place like that. Some fucking never. I mean, yeah, there was, but not at the scale this is. Obviously, this is an American problem. This is not like a mental. This is an American. Americans are having this fucking problem. I don't give a fuck who it is or what they do or what. This is an American problem, and not even. I know I see it online. A lot of people are ignorant, like, oh, white people are doing this shit. I don't give a fuck what color this motherfucker is. If you have it in you to go kill a bunch of people, you're mental regardless. Even if you kill one person for no reason, you're mental. So obviously there's mental problems in there somehow, some way. It's not just because, man, people. But this is not only. This is like a mass shooting. There's regular shootings all day where somebody just kills another person and might make the news for a second, but it's not gonna get plastered everywhere like this. This is like news. You know, CNN is gonna run this motherfucking cow dry for like the next 2 months. They always do that. You give these motherfuckers the attention that they want. Now the next psychopath sitting somewhere in like fucking wherever fucking state he's in is gonna see this, see these fucking videos online, get millions of views because people are interested. And then they're going to be like, you know what? I want that. And since I have no skill, no talent, no reason to live, I'm going to go do that stupid shit. Like, and I'm talking about, for real, like ABC News, they will run, like I'm talking about their YouTube channel, on their news sites and everything. They will run with this shit until the wheels fall off. They will interview his dentist, interview his fucking, the kid who sat behind him in class that never even had a fucking talk with him. They will interview the nigga who cut his hair. Like, yo, they're just gonna do it. They're just so fat. They want the hits, they want the plays. That's how they make money. That's the news. The news doesn't even see that they play a fucking part in this, just like the fucking NRA does, man. You're giving these fucking psychos light. You always remember the shooter. You rarely remember the victims. These people want to remember the victims. You don't remember the victim's face or the names just like you do the shooter, because you fucking blast that everywhere. This is going to be everywhere. Even with this video, I don't know his name. That's why I'm not saying his name. I don't know his face. His face is not going to be in this video. This is just me talking about it. I don't even know his fucking name. I don't give a fuck. I read it. I saw it. I didn't care enough to remember it because it doesn't matter to me. But you can point out who to blame, but the blame is ultimately on the motherfucker who did it. And if anybody else did help. Because, man, these things, they get carried out with a lot of planning to do what they do. I just don't believe it's only always one person. I just don't. Who's helping them? I don't know. A shotgun and what, like a 9mm? 10 people dead? That's pretty... I don't know about that, but I always question this shit. I don't ever believe there's just one person doing this and then they... I don't know. That's just me. Take that as you will. But yeah, final fucking thought. They need to ban guns in America, period. Cops shouldn't even have guns no more. Get the motherfuckers batons. Just destroy all the guns. Fuck that, because this is out of fucking control. I have a son that I'm going to have to send to school in 5 years or so. And you know what? I'm not sending him to school. He's never walked, because, listen, you keep letting this shit happen. One of these victims, fathers, mothers, whatever, they're going to turn into the fucking Punisher one of these times. They are going to lose, man, I could just imagine losing a son. Or I'm not even going to put it out there in the world. But I could just imagine, I would have nothing to live for. I wouldn't even care if I lived or died anymore. I really wouldn't. If like something like that, I wouldn't care. And I would go out somehow, some way. You're gonna push these motherfuckers to the edge. Victims are victims, but man, there's some people who fucking just lose their shit. I wouldn't want to be one of those people. So I'm not sending my kid to school. Ever.